Today, I'm proud to reflect on the work being done under the leadership of Minister John Steenhuisen in the Department of Agriculture to showcase the DA's difference. Guided by 7 clear priorities, Minister Steenhuisen has championed reforms that are not only revitalizing our agricultural sector, but also creating jobs, driving inclusive growth, and empowering the next generation of commercial farmers. Participation with growth. At the core of his approach lies a firm belief in public-private partnerships. Minister Steenhuisen has forged strong ties with businesses such as Unilever that not only train but also ensures a sustainable market for 100 emerging farmers of herbs and peppers in Josini, KZN. The partnership with SAB, integrating emerging producers into its Corona lime supply chain, is a shining example of how inclusive value chains can uplift emerging farmers while sustaining local economies. These partnerships have created pathways to profitability and job creation, showing that transformation and productivity can go hand in hand. Legislative and regulatory review. Minister Steenhuisen understands that innovation cannot flourish under outdated laws. That's why he announced a comprehensive review of outdated legislation, regulations, and administrative systems. These reforms include laws governing fertilizers and GMOs at the AVI Africa Conference. By cutting red tape and modernizing agricultural regulations, we are clearing the way for biotech innovation, safer food systems, and a faster product development, all essential ingredients for a competitive and modern economy. Improved market access. Access to markets determine whether a farmer thrives or fails. This year, under Minister's leadership, we celebrate the reopening of apple exports to Thailand, ending a 16-year hiatus. Our trade reach has also expanded into China, Vietnam, and the EU through enhanced phytosanitary protocols and streamlined export systems. These gains don't just grow exports, they sustain agri-processing jobs, foreign income, and rural development. Effective support for farmers. Support must be practical, not patronizing. The blended finance scheme has unlocked 5.8 billion rand in capital for 381 emerging commercial farmers, empowering them to grow beyond survivalist operations. Through the PPECB Market Readiness Program, over 300 smallholder farmers were trained in export certification and compliance. These exports are building a new class of agri-entrepreneurs who are job creators, not just land recipients. Strengthened biosecurity. Nothing threatens rural livelihoods more than disease outbreaks. Minister Steenhuisen has taken decisive steps towards national biosecurity by tightening regulations once he identified loopholes that allowed industry players to get away with serious violations in movement of animals out of disease areas. He also initiated a first-of-its-kind mass vaccination program to contain threats of avian flu and foot and mouth disease, with this protecting billions in agricultural value and jobs that depend on it, particularly in the livestock and poultry sector, where emerging farmers are most vulnerable. Advocacy for growth. For a growing sector. Agriculture does not operate in isolation. It depends on efficient ports, secure roads, and access to energy and digital infrastructure. Minister Steenhuisen consistently advocates for improvements in rural infrastructure, port operations, and broadband access. This is now becoming a reality with the assistance of another DA Minister for Communication and Digital Technologies, Solly Malatsi's action to open the market with the relaxation of regulations that allow for low-orbit satellite internet providers. The DA sees agriculture not as a sector on the margins, but as a key driver for job creation and national recovery, especially in underdeveloped regions. Improved food security. Finally, the expansion of community seed banks in Limpopo, Eastern Cape and Northwest, with plans for KZN and Northern Cape, is a vital step towards seed sovereignty, food independence and preservation of indigenous crops. These banks ensure that our smallholder farmers can continue planting in even the face of drought, climate change and market shocks. In conclusion, under Minister Steenhuisen and the Democratic Alliance, the Department of Agriculture has become a beacon of good governance, smart investment, and inclusive opportunity. We are providing that with the right leadership. Agriculture can be the springboard out of poverty, a creator of jobs, and a backbone of sustainable growth. Let us continue to invest, innovate, and include, so that every farmer, no matter where they start, can contribute to feeding our nation and growing our economy. I thank you.
DA at Work, rescuing South Africa.